Hey, Young and Saved. So, this is Minister Harlan, and I am super excited that we are back for our daily drop. This is our last installment of the Why series, and today we're going to talk about why not change your perspective? Why not change your perspective? Before we get started, please make sure you hit the like button at the bottom, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell that says all so you can actually get all of the daily drops and other installments that Young and Save has to offer. So why not change your perspective? As I was driving in this morning, and I started thinking about some things that I had experienced and I am experiencing, and God just so gently reminded me to look at them differently. Look at them differently. And as I thought about it, it reminded me of one of my absolute favorite books of the Bible, the book of Job. And I won't go through the entire book of Job, but I do implore you to read it. It's it's a very good perspective of really how sometimes we see life. You see Job go through this emotional roller coaster about what he's experiencing. You see his friends and what their thoughts were and how he responds to their thoughts, how they're responding to him. You see how his wife responds to him, the people around him, how they went from, oh, you're the greatest, to you obviously must have done something. And you see that, and it's almost as if you're experiencing it real time, because a lot of times that's what we're going through. But in the first chapter of Job, God and Satan are having this exchange. And then at one point, God says, have you considered my servant Job? And I remember the first time I read that, it just struck a chord in me, because I'm thinking, I wonder if God says, have you considered my servant LaDonna? Like, I just want God to trust me that much. Have you considered my servant LaDonna? And think about that. What if God is like, have you considered my servant? And stick your name in there. Because God trusts you that much. And if you think about it from that perspective, you know what? I am experiencing this, but God knows that He put enough inside of me that regardless of what I'm experiencing, He's already equipped me for that. God trusts me enough that regardless of what's said to me, regardless of what's done, that I'm going to see it from the perspective of a conqueror. I'm going to see it from the perspective of being victorious. I'm going to see it from the perspective of my faith is stronger. I'm bigger. I'm bolder. I'm braver. I'm wiser. God trusts me to pull out the best parts of whatever situation I'm experiencing and capitalize on those things. He trusts me enough that I'm going to pull out the best parts of me that I'm going to be able to overcome whatever it is. Yeah, sometimes we want to make that A or that 100 or whatever it is on the test, and we may not. But guess what? It's okay, because God says as long as you've given your 100% best to it, you're good. So change your perspective. You're not a failure. You did your best, and your best for God was good enough. What if that relationship doesn't work? What if they are harassing you on your job? What if you have so many things to do and you can't figure out how you're going to get it all done? What if maybe you're feeling sick and it seems like your health is failing? What if you saw it from the perspective of God is a healer? I'm not going to complain about, these people on this job, because I thank God that I have a job. What if you change your perspective? What if you saw things from the most positive light there is? We spend so much time complaining. We spend so much time thinking the worst of everything. If you think about it, your first thought is not always the most positive thought. It's always, oh my gosh, why me? Why is this happening? You think the most negative things there are. When you see or meet people, you want to think about, okay, so what is it about them? Why are they talking to me? Why are they in my life? And everything is from a negative perspective. But I want to employ you. I want to encourage you to change your perspective. Start trying to see things regardless of how it's coming, regardless of what you're experiencing, how fast it's coming, how hard it may seem. Stop Take a breath and say, you know what, God, what positive can I pull out of this? How can I see this from the most positive perspective? How can I do this and not lose my faith? How can I see it and still be encouraged? How can I know that regardless of what it is, I'm victorious? See things from a different perspective. I promise you, if you change the way you look at it, you will change your life. That peace and that sense of calmness that you want, if you change the way you see it, you will automatically experience that peace and calm, because that anxiety or that fear that you feel because things are happening, when you change the way you see it, it won't be there anymore. Or at least it'll be there in small doses. Change your perspective. It will change how you see God. It will change how you see people. It will change how you see circumstances. It will change how you see yourself. A lot of times the way that we're perceiving that people see us is really how we see ourselves, because we're not looking at ourselves in the right lens, with the right lenses. Change your perspective. Think about it. God saying, have you considered my servant LaDonna? Has he considered you? Absolutely. Absolutely, he's considered you. And guess what? He trusts you. He trusts that you're going to have the faith. He trusts that you're going to walk in your power. He trusts that you're going to walk in your strength. He trusts that you're going to believe in your healing. He trusts that you're going to complete the task. He trusts that you're not going to give up. He trusts that you're going to keep going. He trusts that you are going to stick to your moral compass. He trusts you. And sometimes it may not seem like he's there, but the whole entire time he's saying, I know she's got it. I know he has it. I trust them. I trust that they understand that who I am is who they are. Change your perspective. Everything that happens to you is not happening because God wants to hurt or harm you. It's happening. He trusts you. He's not intentionally doing it to you, but he trusts you enough that you're going to come out a whole lot better than you went in. So change your perspective. I hope that you see that. I hope that encourages you. I hope that you know that it does, no matter how hard that test may seem, you got it. No matter how many friends seem to walk in and out of your life, you got that too. No matter how difficult the relationship may seem, you got it. No matter how long it seems it takes for you to find the right job or to be accepted into school or to rebuild a relationship with your parents, or, it seems like you're sick and it seems like I'm never getting well, I promise you, you got it. He trusts you and he's considered you. And in his consideration of you, he knows that what he's put in you is bigger, better, stronger, greater than anything that you can experience. Change your perspective. I'm not going to complain, God. I'm just going to thank you. I'm not going to think the worst of it, God. I'm going to see the best of you in it. Guys, I hope that you're encouraged. I hope that the next time that you're experiencing anything, that you say, you know what? I know it seems like it's coming real fast and real hard, but I'm going to stop. I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to see it from my victorious standpoint with God. I'm going to see it differently than I've ever seen it before. I'm going to see them differently than I've ever seen anybody before. I'm going to see myself differently than I've ever seen myself before. If you change your perspective, you'll change your life. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And I look forward to whatever else God has given us for the Daily Drop. Be encouraged. Know that God has considered you and he trusts you. Isn't that great? God trusts you. That does something for my spirit. Have a great day, guys. Love you.